Hi, good morning, students. Last class we discussed about the torque experienced by a magnetic dipole and the expression for the time period, etc. We discussed. Today we are discussing a different topic. It is about Earth's magnetism. A magnet shows its magnetic property that it shows the magnetic poles and a magnetic field around it and magnetic field lines also. In the case of earth, you know at the core it has the metals in its molten state, and while the earth is rotating about its own axis, some electrical current is produced, and when there is an electric current it can cause magnetism. So earth's magnetism is due to the electrical currents produced by the motion of molten metallic minerals inside the earth core, and that earth's magnetism has some unique nature. It has poles, it has magnetic field components around it, so that we will discuss. See, we have already learned that earth is rotating on its own axis, and that vertical axis passing through the geographic north and the geographic south. It is located at the 90-degree north latitude and 90-degree south latitude respectively. So that axis of rotation, it is the imaginary line joining the geographic north at the 90-degree north latitude and the 90-degree south latitude. It is that axis of rotation about which Earth is rotating from west to east. Now, as I said, Earth has its own magnetic pole, and the magnetic pole of Earth does not coincide with the geographic poles. Magnetic north and magnetic south are not coincided, and we have seen that the magnetic north is seen at the latitude 79.7 degree north, at the latitude of 79.7 degree north latitude, and north latitude, and the longitude of 71.8 west, to the west side, the longitude. So at this we can locate our which one, the magnetic pole, the magnetic north, and vertically opposite which we have magnetic south. So from this it is very clear that the magnetic north and magnetic north and geographic north are not coincided. The magnetic north is located at 79.7 degree north latitude and at a longitude of 71.8 degree west, and it is near to the North Canada. The magnetic north is seen at the North Canada, vertically opposite which we have magnetic south. So that axis joining the magnetic north and the magnetic south, it is called the magnetic axis. So this is magnetic axis, and we have the normal axis of rotation, geographic axis of the earth, and there is a tilt of 11.3. from this is clear, 79.7 and 90 degree, so 11.3 degree tilt is there between the magnetic axis and the geographic axis. Okay, now that we have seen that the magnetic pole close to the geographic north is north magnetic pole, and the magnetic pole close to the geographic south is called which one, the magnetic south. This is magnetic south. Okay, so NM, SM, magnetic south and magnetic north respectively. Now, very vertical to the geographic axis, we can consider the largest circle. It is called the geographic equator. Okay, equator, it is the 0 degree latitude. It is the largest circle vertical to the geographic axis. Similarly, we can consider the magnetic equator. It is nothing but the largest circle vertical to the magnetic axis of rotation. So we have magnetic axis about which we are finding, we are imagining the magnetic equator, and about the geographic axis of rotation, we have the geographic equator. Now, imagine a vertical plane along the geographic axis. So we have geographic axis. We just imagine a vertical plane along the geographic axis of rotation. It is called the geographic meridian. It is called the geographic meridian. A vertical plane about the geographic axis, it is called the geographic meridian. Similarly, a vertical plane about the which one? Magnetic axis, it is called the magnetic meridian. So meridians are vertical planes about the corresponding axis. Vertical plane about the geographic axis, it is geographic meridian. Similarly, the vertical plane about the magnetic axis, it is called the magnetic meridian. When we suspend a free magnet like a bar magnet above the Earth's surface, definitely it will align along the magnetic meridian along the magnetic axis, very parallel to the magnetic axis. That is why we said a bar magnet suspended freely shows the navigation property. Its pole, the north pole, will be aligned towards the magnetic north in the magnetic meridian. So we have clearly found that the magnetic meridian and geographic meridian, they does not coincide. The planes of geographic meridian and magnetic meridian are not coincided. They are having a small tilt in between. And what is that angle between the magnetic meridian, the planes of magnetic meridian and the geographic meridian at a point or at a place on the Earth's surface? It is called the angle of declination. It is called the angle of declination theta. It is the angle between the planes of geographic meridian and the magnetic meridian. Okay, what is the angular separation between the planes of magnetic meridian and the geographic meridian? It is called the angle of declination. It is seen at different points and we can find that angle of declination. Now see, when we are suspending a magnet, a dipole, along the Earth's surface, its north will be aligned along the magnetic meridian. So see, this is the alignment of the magnetic material along the magnetic meridian of the Earth's surface. Its north will be pointed along the direction of Earth's magnetic field. So BE or SB. BE, if it is the magnetic field of Earth's surface at a point, then this direction will be shown by the which one? Magnetic compass, the north of the magnetic compass. So this is the direction of Earth's magnetic field. It is pointed by the north tip of the freely suspended magnet. Now this is the Earth's magnetic field intensity. Now it is seen that along the plane of magnetic meridian, we can have two components for Earth's magnetic field. One along the horizontal direction and one along the vertical direction. So Earth's magnetic field can be resolved into two components along the magnetic meridian. That component along the horizontal to the magnetic meridian, it is called the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field, DH, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. It is that component of Earth's magnetic field resolved along the horizontal to the magnetic meridian, and that component of Earth's magnetic field resolved along the vertical direction, it is called the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field. Now we define an angle, it is called angle of inclination or dip angle delta. It is defined as what is the angle between the horizontal to the Earth's magnetic meridian and the tip of magnetic north of the freely suspended magnetic material on Earth's surface. That angle, it is called the dip angle. So dip angle is the angle by which the north tip of a freely suspended magnet deviate from the horizontal of the Earth's magnetic meridian, horizontal to the Earth's magnetic meridian. So we are defining the angle of dip as the angle between horizontal to the magnetic meridian and the north tip of a freely suspended magnet in that magnetic meridian. Now we can resolve this BH and BV with respect to that horizontal, I mean with respect to that dip angle. See here, this is B vertical and here we have B horizontal. This is the dip angle and this is Earth's magnetic field. It is clear that from this sine delta, sine of delta equal to, what is the opposite of delta? The vertical component by hypotenuse BE. So B vertical equal to BE into sine delta. Similarly, what is cos delta? Adjacent side is B horizontal by hypotenuse Earth's magnetic field. So from this it is clear that B horizontal equal to BE, that is Earth's magnetic field, into cos delta. So B vertical equal to B sine delta, B horizontal equal to BE cos delta, and when we find B vertical by B horizontal, it is BE, B cancel, sine delta by cos delta, tan delta. So tan value of tangent of the angle of dip will be given by BV by BH ratio. And you know Earth's magnetic field is of the order of 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. It is of the order of 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. It is of the order of 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. So we are having the relation between vertical component and horizontal component as BV by BH equal to tan delta.